Guys, welcome to Mama's Voice. In this program, we will meet priests from around the globe. We will discuss interesting features of their lives, from their humble beginnings, their calling, the churches, and more.
For today's episode, we are going to know more about the life of Reverend Father Raul de los Santos of St. James the Apostle Parish, Betis, Guagua, Pampanga.
Hello, Father. Thank you for allowing us to interview you po.
My pleasure.
But first of all po, would you like to tell us something about yourself?
I am a simple priest. I would like to emphasize that. A simple priest for the past 32 years. I was ordained in 1986.
Wow.
And I've been with the diocese for longer. Since I was a child, I've been with the church serving as a sacristan. I grew up with the Benedictine sisters in Saint San Fernando. Since grade 2, I remember I've been serving in their masses. And it's there that I got my vocation. Okay, so I entered the seminary in high school. I was inside the seminary, diretso ko hanggang college. And then I had what they call a regency after college, where I worked in a multinational company for 2 years. And then I went back in San Jose Seminary in Ateneo, and that is where I was ordained, 1986. That was people power then. When I was ordained, I was not even sure if the ordination will push through, because everything was in chaos. There was people power, and then when the revolution was over, I realized I could even be ordained in Malacanang. Yeah.
What is your role or position within the diocese po?
I've been assigned in different commissions and committees. My first assignment is as a seminary formator. I was director of the high school seminary for my first 7 years as a priest. I was director of the high school. And then after that, I only had, would you believe, 4 parishes. Well, in 32 years, other priests would have 10 parishes, 12 parishes. I only had 4 parishes and 2 full-time parishes na 6 years. Yung iba, I just cover up for a priest who died, for a priest who went on leave. Most of the time, I was assigned as a, ongoing formation chairman, personnel, things like that, establishment of new parishes. I was involved in the other committees. And I was even assigned in Galilee, the Center for Priests in Tagaytay for 3 years. Yeah.
So, Father, if I may ask, why did you choose to become a priest po?
Perhaps I could say I did not choose to. I was dreaming of become a PMA when I was in high school. I was tempted to join the U.S. Navy when all my cousins joined the U.S. Navy during that time. Maybe it was God who chose it for me. It was God. I even tried to avoid answering Him when I left the seminary for 2 years. And then I work in a multinational company, as I was saying. I even tried to avoid Him. And I even enrolled in a difficult school sa Ateneo so that I could tell the Lord, well, I tried, but I failed, so let me go. But then, kahit tinatawanan ko lang, kahit hindi ako seryoso, nakapasok ako, So, and then I said, maybe this is it. Maybe the Lord is really calling me. Yeah.
Who are your inspirations, Father, when you choose priesthood po?
First of all, the Benedictine sisters. They played an important role in my vocation. In fact, I think the voice of God is a voice of a Benedictine nun. If you would hear them singing early in the morning, if I should ever walk in the valley of darkness. When I hear those songs, I'm really inspired. I'm touched. So it seems it was that voice that called me to the priesthood. And I don't even know what the priesthood is all about. I just said yes. It was only later on. I think other vocations are the same. It was only as you go through life as a priest that you really discover what it is all about. And of course, my parents and a lot of my classmates in the seminary, they were influential. A lot of people I meet in the apostolate, in my ministry as a seminarian, they all played a role in informing me as a priest as what I am now.
What do you usually do, Father, during your free time? Do you have hobbies, interests?
Yeah, I just rediscovered biking.
Wow.
You know, when I was a young priest, I was first year theology in San Jose Seminary. Father Robert Reyes, you know Father Robert, the running priest. Yeah? I asked him to build me a bike. So what he did, he just took me to Caloocan. We bought spare parts and he assembled my bike. So in my first year of the priesthood, I was riding a bike. I was going to different parishes riding a bike. I was going to our recollection riding a bike. You know, and I enjoyed it. Until and then lumaki na ang tiyan ko. I grew fat, and then I had my stroke one time, so I forgot about it. It was only in this parish I discovered a few EMDC lay ministers who are biking. So I joined them, and since then every Monday morning we bike. And the last trip we had, I was able to cover 30 kilometers. Would you believe? 30 kilometers for 2 hours I was biking straight. So I rediscovered biking. And yet it gives me that quiet. Because while biking, I'm all alone against the wind or with the wind, all quiet. I could do a lot of reflection. Yeah.
Is it stress-free while biking, Father?
It is. I tell you, it is stress-free. I was able to lower my sugar. I'm diabetic. And I think my heart is beating easier now. Yeah, ganun.
But how was it, Father? How was the situation in your parish during the pandemic po, during the lockdown?
You know, what I experienced during the lockdown was a miracle. Was a miracle. When I announced to the people that we might be closing the church, I will just be saying the mass alone. You are not allowed here. You know, I was crying. I was crying and telling the people that, knowing that they would miss the mass, they would miss hearing the word of God. So I really felt sorry for them. I really felt sorry. So I told them the first few days we were really locked down. So I was just alone saying mass. But then little by little, people started coming back. Of course, we maintained the distance, we maintained the protocol, but since then, we never had a lockdown anymore. And the real miracle is, one parishioner was telling me, during the lockdown, Father, it was so easy to be kind. It was so easy to be kind. Would you believe we were repacking a lot of relief goods, donations? I did not even ask for it. I did not advertise for it. People just came in giving help. Father, add this to what you're giving to the poor. Give this to our kababayan. Give this to people who come to you. We were repacking more than 1,000 relief packages of rice, tuyo, fish, canned goods. I think the first 3 months of the pandemic, we outdid even the barangay councils.
Is it only the people in Betis who donated those goods, Father?
I think mainly the people of Betis. Mainly the people of Betis. And the people from nearby, and they were just sharing. They were so good at sharing, and then they would not even tell me, don't tell my name, Father, I don't want to be recognized, So we have a lot of anonymous givers, anonymous donors during the pandemic, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, I did not even appeal for help. People were coming, and we were giving help, and the people from Betis who are abroad.
Tune in for the next episode of Mama's Voice featuring Reverend Father Raul de los Santos of St. James the Apostle Parish, Betis, Guagua, Pampanga.
There you have it, guys. Thank you for joining us in this episode of Mama's Boys. Hope to see you in our future episode. This has been your host, Karen Dane. Jamatane!